Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be your personal guide to filling in the most important survey ever made for animals. Right now, the European Union is reviewing all of its animal welfare legislation, and we have a unique opportunity to end the cruelest practices in modern factory farming. This video has been produced as a simple step-by-step guide to help you complete the survey as quickly as possible with the best outcome for animals. The answers that we suggest are based on animal welfare expert recommendations. You are, of course, free to answer the survey as you like, where you may disagree. Are you ready? Then let's go. Start by opening a browser and type bit.ly/EU Animal Defenders. Scroll down and click the highlighted button, Respond to the questionnaire. You can log in with your Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, or create an account based on any email address. Choose your preference for logging in. Great, you're now ready to fill in the survey. Start by filling in your name, surname, and email. You can choose to answer the survey in any of the 24 official languages of the EU. Choose the one that works best for you. Next, you need to select who you will be answering this survey as. Most likely this will be as an EU citizen, but it is also possible that you represent a business or an organisation. Choose the option that describes you best. You also need to answer if you want your survey answers to be anonymous or public. We choose to answer public, but it's up to you. Finally, you need to choose your country of origin. You also need to click the small box below that says, I agree with the personal data protection provisions. Excellent. Now you're all set to help animals. There's 14 sections to fill in. Don't be overwhelmed. This video is made to guide you through quickly and easily. We have about 7 minutes left until we're done. Remember that this is likely to be the most important action you can take for animals this year. The first question is about assessing the past work of the EU to improve animal welfare across member states. You need to give 5 answers in this section. We chose to answer this: 10 to agree, 10 to disagree, 10 to agree, 10 to agree, and 10 to agree. The second question is about how the current rules are affecting farmers, businesses, and consumers. You need to give 6 answers in this section. We chose to answer this: 10 to agree, 10 to agree, strongly agree, 10 to agree, 10 to disagree, and 10 to disagree. In question 3, the EU wants to understand how informed you feel about how animals are reared, transported, and slaughtered in the EU. You need to give 4 answers here. Based on our experience in working with the public, we chose to answer: strongly disagree, strongly disagree, strongly disagree, and strongly disagree. If you have a different impression, remember that you are free to answer as you like. Okay, 3 sections are already done. We are now moving on to the most important section about possible changes to EU animal welfare legislation. First, we have 3 checkboxes with questions related to the sufficiency of the current level of animal welfare in the EU. We check the No box for all 3. As you do this, a new set of questions will appear. asking you to rate the importance of 7 suggestions to improve animal welfare. We answer these: important, very important, very important, very important, very important, very important, and very important. The next 3 questions are specifically about animal welfare during transport. This is an important topic because animals can suffer a lot during long transport journeys. Question 5 is about animal transport which lasts over 8 hours. We definitely want better legislation here and check yes for all 3 sections. Question 6 asks about your opinion on allowing live animal transport for breeding and slaughter outside the EU. We want a complete stop to this and not just better regulation, so we answer yes, yes, no, and no. The 7th and final part about animal transport is focused on the transport of vulnerable animals, such as pregnant cows. Again, we want a complete stop to this practice and not just better regulation, so we answer yes, no, and no. We're halfway through and you're doing great. We now move to the very important part of the survey about animal welfare on farms. In question 8, we start by clicking yes to the question: should specific requirements for extra animal species be introduced? This opens up a long list of animal species. We will click all of these except the 3 animal species used in fur farming: mink, raccoon dogs, and foxes. The reason we exclude these is that many European countries have already banned fur farming, and there's great pressure on the EU to ban the entire fur industry. For these species, we believe the EU is ready for a complete ban on their farming, rather than more welfare requirements. In question 9, we are asked about the horrible mutilation practices in factory farming. We need to end tail docking, castration, dehorning, and beak trimming, so we select prohibition for all 4 sections. In question 10, we are asked about the phase-out time for a number of animals raised in cages. This is a result of the amazing campaign End the Cage Age, which convinced the EU to prohibit raising all these animals in cages. We want an end to the cage age as fast as possible, so we answer maximum 5 years to every single species. It's great that you're doing this work with me. As you now see, there's a lot at stake for the animals. Here in part 11, we have the chance to show that we want imported animal products from outside the EU to live up to the welfare requirements in the EU, such as cage-free regulation. When we click yes, we get a new section with 3 parts. We want imported animal products to live up to the same standards as in the EU. So we answer this section with yes, no, and no. We're almost done, just 2 minutes left. In the last section, we have the chance to prohibit some of the most cruel practices used for killing animals. In question 12, we're asked if we want to prohibit 4 specific practices used at the time of killing. We're also asked if we want to introduce specific rules for killing farmed fish. It's a yes to all 5 sections here. Question 13 is about welfare labels in the EU. We select yes because we believe a label would be useful. This opens 2 short sections. For the first section, we show that we believe such a label should apply to all products of animal origin, so we fill in this part with strongly agree and strongly disagree. For the second section, we are asked if such a label should be restricted to farming methods related only to cages. We want this label to apply more widely, so we answer this part with strongly disagree and strongly agree. That's it, you're done. If you want, you can use the last optional section to make any other comment. Just press submit when you're ready. Thank you for taking the time to complete this survey. You have proved yourself as a dedicated animal advocate, and your time invested will be sure to help animals across Europe and beyond. If you feel motivated after filling in this survey, why not ask your family members, a partner or a friend to do the same? Every single person who speaks up for animals by completing this survey will be crucial in ending the cruel practices that we have discussed here. Also, please share this video on social media. You can be proud to say that you've done your part for animals today. Thank you.